Max Weber's theory of rationalization is about how a new, powerful way of thinking and acting on the world emerged in 16th century Europe. In a nutshell, rationalization is about people generating scientific knowledge to achieve greater mastery over the world around them. And while its expansion led to incredible advances in all areas of society, Weber feared that it would also obliterate individual freedom, reducing us to mere cogs in a machine, trapped in what he called the iron cage of bureaucracy. So what is this concept? Weber is perhaps best known for his exploration of how modern capitalism emerged and developed in Western societies, and this is the focus of his study, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, in which he connects the rise of capitalism with the Protestant Reformation. Weber argued that the Protestant work ethic, particularly in Calvinism, emphasized hard work, thrift, and rational planning, and this ethic encouraged individuals to see their work not just as a means of survival, but as a way to demonstrate their moral worth and achieve success in life. And in Weber's view, this shift was crucial in the rise of capitalism. The rationalization of work, whereby individuals would methodically plan their day, save money and invest it efficiently, spurred the rise of an economy based on calculation, systematization, and bureaucracy. Rationalization, as Weber saw it, grew from these cultural origins into a defining force that continues to shape the modern world, and he identified 4 key forms of rationality that transformed how people thought and acted, and each of these played a role in making societies more structured, predictable, and efficient. Firstly, there was practical rationality, was about everyday problem solving, making decisions based on immediate needs and available means. Theoretical rationality, on the other hand, was about intellectual mastery, using abstract concepts, logic, and scientific reasoning to make sense of the world. Then there was substantive rationality, which involved guiding decisions with values and ethics, ensuring that actions align with broader human ideals. But Weber was concerned mostly with the rise of what he called formal rationality, the application of rules, regulations, and bureaucratic structures that determined the best way to achieve goals. And unlike other forms, formal rationality is impersonal, driven by efficiency and standardization rather than human values. And this shift became dominant in modern workplaces, governments, and legal systems where decisions are made based on established rules rather than personal judgment. And at first, rationalization was interchangeable with progress. It increased efficiency in industries, enhanced scientific advancements, and created more predictable legal systems. But Weber saw a darker side to this transformation, one that would eventually come to dominate modern life. Weber warned that while rationalization increased efficiency, it also had profound psychological consequences. In a world governed by rigid bureaucratic structures, people became trapped in what he called the iron cage, a system where their lives were dictated by rules, schedules, and impersonal institutions rather than personal choice, values, and meaning. And similar to Marx's theory of alienation, Weber highlighted how people lose their individuality the more they become immersed in the structures of modern society. In contrast to Marx, however, Weber argued that socialism would be merely an extension, an application of the underlying principles of rationalization, which would exclude and eventually destroy any notion of personal autonomy. And many subsequent social theorists pursuing Marx's critique of capitalism came to concede this point to Weber, especially after the truth of life in the hyper-rationalized Soviet Union became apparent. However, it was in Weber's own country, Germany, that we perhaps saw the full horror of a society that had become excessively rationalized. To understand just how harmful excessive rationalization can be, we can look to the work of philosopher Hannah Arendt. In her analysis of Adolf Eichmann, a key architect of the Holocaust, she coined the term the banality of evil, because Eichmann was not a fanatic or sadistic monster. He was a bureaucrat, someone who followed orders and adhered to rules without questioning them. Arendt argued that Eichmann's inability to critically reflect on the morality of his actions demonstrated the dangers of a society where individuals simply follow rules for the sake of efficiency without considering the ethical implications of their decisions. And here we see the darker side of Weber's iron cage. Rationalization, when taken to an extreme, can lead people to follow orders mechanically without a sense of responsibility or moral reflection. And this is what Arendt saw as the banality of evil, the ability to commit horrific acts without ever questioning them, simply because one is trapped in a system of impersonal rules. For a thorough analysis of this relationship between rationalization and the Holocaust, Zygmunt Baumann's book is indispensable. Yet excessive rationalization is not something just found in the totalitarian societies of Hitler's Germany or Stalin's USSR. It also lies at the heart of capitalism in its insatiable drive to quantify and commodify everything. From land and animals to people and machines, everything follows the calculating and standardizing drive for efficiency and control. And in today's economy, it often leads to absurd outcomes. In his 2018 book, Bullshit Jobs, the late great anthropologist David Graeber argued that many people in the modern workforce feel trapped in jobs that serve no meaningful purpose except to perpetuate the systems of efficiency and control that we've created. These bullshit jobs are often built on metrics, targets, and rules that have no connection to real value or human well-being. And this is perhaps best seen in the modern obsession with productivity and performance metrics, which, if you've ever had a job in a large organisation, you might recognise as being almost entirely detached from real value and worth. Most large organisations measure success based on numbers, whether it's sales targets, employee output, or customer service ratings. Yet they often do so without considering the deeper question of what this work actually contributes to society. And in some cases, entire industries have emerged around metrics that create work just for the sake of tracking and quantifying. And Graeber highlights how this focus on rules and efficiency often leads to jobs that are just there to keep people busy rather than provide genuine purpose or meaning. These jobs are a perfect example of how rationalization can actually become counterproductive. What was meant to improve productivity can sometimes create unnecessary roles that don't benefit anyone, except those who benefit from maintaining the system itself. To summarise then, Weber's theory remains a powerful means for interpreting the dehumanising effects of rationalisation and bureaucracy in modern life. While systems of efficiency and rule following have brought tremendous advancements, excessive rationalisation can lead to a loss of personal agency, meaningful work, and even ethical reflection. As we continue to live and work in a world governed by these systems, it's important to remember Weber's warning. Efficiency and progress should never come at the cost of our humanity. Thanks for watching.